Some people do that.
I hate you all.
Some people do that.
What? Why? Recently, there's this trend of let's talk about Japan to get attention going on the internet.
It has a lot to do with now that pretty much Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, became a Rosetta Stone. And now everyone can see what's going on in Japan and what they're doing, what they're saying.
Everything is better in Japan first. And then people started typing so fast and they were able to write a long paragraph about VTubers and body pillows. So I called them a virgin. And recently, people started saying Japan is racist. So apparently, this is what has been happening online recently.
Look, it's not. Here's the thing. Every country has positive and negative things. There are nationalistic people in Japan. There are some people who are very xenophobic, as in anyone who isn't Japanese is not welcome there. There are people in the government right now that act very nationalistic as well. This is not everybody. I was treated extremely well by everybody that I came into contact with because I am a polite person. I made sure to follow their cultural norms. I made sure to follow what everyone else does, be polite, etc. Once they saw that I was a foreigner who was polite and wasn't an asshole, they treated me actually very kindly.
Foreigners, die. Wait, what's going on? This Japanese guy probably lost his rank in League of Legends.
Probably.
Are you the guy who spams the question mark? I'm done. Quack, foreigners. Oh, he's the one that goes AFK after dying once, and we are the junglers. True. And if you were to ask me if Japanese people really do say, I hate foreigners, well, I mean, it seems to be somewhat
like I said, there's always that. There's people in America who hate everyone else.
Away. So in this video, I will cover the sad truth about how Japanese people started saying they hate foreigners, and you guys started hearing it a lot more. But somehow, nobody seems to know the real truth. Number 1, I hate them online. I want to know what Japanese people are thinking about foreigners now. Let's ask people on Twitter.
Oh, Twitter is a cesspool. Twitter's an absolute cesspool.
People think about us. They don't care if you behave well. Shut up. You're not Japanese and nobody cares. But I've been in Japan for 7 years. Who cares? You're not Japanese.
This happens way too much with foreigners that have been in Japan for a while. 100% know more about Japan than how it is. Exactly. If you're a gaijin or a foreigner or whatever in Japan, guess what? You've gone through a lot of the stuff. If you've gone through negative, because there are people who've gone through negative stuff, positive things, other things like that, I would trust a foreigner who has integrated into Japan, not just been a foreigner in Japan as their thing, but if they try to integrate into Japan and let you know exactly how it goes, I do trust them a little bit more. 7 years isn't a lot to be in a country, of course, but you still get a lot of the good and very much so the negatives of a country in 7 years.
Go watch Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't watch that anime because that anime sucks. It's so overrated, and it's because he started typing so fast. Now he's going to have an argument with some randoms.
Now this is gonna piss off a lot of VTuber people, and at this point I don't care. The people, for example, like Connor, who have been living there for ages, and they still cannot actively have good long conversations in Japanese. They cannot hold a conversation, a random conversation, not a something that you can find in books and stuff like that, but a random conversation of just random stuff. After 7 years, you got a problem. You are the problem. You are not integrating into that society correctly. At the very least, if you're going to be in a society that doesn't speak hardly any English, and some places that do, etc., if you want to be a part of that society, learn the damn language. It is a skill issue. It does become a skill issue. If I were to move to Japan, I would move to Japan for immersion because I want to immerse myself in the language, the culture, etc. But guess what? Within a year or two, I probably would know a lot of Japanese because I would want to make sure I wouldn't surround myself with people who are just English speakers. I'd surround myself with people who know some English, but primarily I would be forced to learn Japanese because that's what you're supposed to do.
外国人がアニメでキレててさ、VTuber にガチ恋してブロックされてそう。Wait, that's a real Japanese person tweeting. Hey, what do you think of us, foreigners? 外国人はみんな消えろ。I hate you all. Wait, what? Why? 俺はお前らが大嫌いだ。Go eat hamburgers. You burger kings. Did he just call us burger kings? That's kind of cool. No, that's cool. So racist. Yeah. And that's what Japanese people are truly thinking about. Yeah, that's what they say here. We are seeing Japanese people's true colors. Do you even know what real hamburgers are like? No, I don't want your stupid, unhealthy, disgusting American food. I want to eat my poop from a butt.
That's a real post, by the way. What the hell does that even mean?
Number 1.
What does any of that mean? I want to eat my poop from a butt. I guess he wants to eat it. What he means by that's probably a saying in Japan that he translated. It probably means that you want to eat it from the source. You want to eat it from raw without any preservatives and that kind of stuff. But boy, does that sound wrong.
2026 talk about things based on what they see on Twitter, while knowing Twitter is the place where people want to eat their own poop. There was this American lady that was mad on Twitter saying something like, I was interested in Japan, but I saw Japanese people being racist on Twitter, so I lost my interest and now I'm scared of Japan. And people were arguing there, while 99% of the population there know Twitter is the place where a random person sends a reply to a complete stranger saying, I just fingered my ass. I find this really interesting because everybody knows Twitter is the embodiment of...
That is true. That is true. I mean, I didn't do that, but that is true that there are people who will say that out of nowhere. Yeah, Twitter is a cesspool. You should know this by now.
Toilet is like online, and people go there and they see dirty public toilets and they get shocked by how dirty they are and they get mad by themselves. I went to this public bathroom and it was so dirty, like, I'm so mad. If you think Twitter is bad, then that's the same in Japan as well. Twitter is the place where insanity happens.
Absolutely.
And Japanese people do exactly the same on Twitter. I mean, this Japanese guy even said, I'm eating my mom's poop. What the real life is like. Hi. Hello.
Oh God.
Hello. Hey, how
look, this is my experience. This is my experience. This is more than likely going to be my experience in Japan.
are you? I'm good. You? I'm good too. What Twitter is like, but they think this is real life. Hi. Hello. I want to suck my dick. You're
Oh dear lordy, what the heck is going on here? This is insanity, but this is why I love Sora the Troll.
part of the problem. Can you just shut up? I'm going to piss from my mouth. If you play Roblox, you'll see kids. If you watch TikTok, your brain melts. And if you use Twitter, insanity happens. If you check Twitter, you know what's there. And I thought everybody knew.
If you use Twitter, there's gonna be insanity. If you use Twitter, even thinking Japanese Twitter is going to be anything other than insanity, then you are sorely mistaken. Any Twitter from any place is going to be insanity. Absolutely. Always.
It's the same in Japan. Number 2. My Japanese is better. 俺は外国人が嫌いだ。全員。どっか行け。Oh wow. That Japanese guy is still raging on Twitter. I guess I'll talk to him. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Dude, the way you said it was so bad. My Japanese is better. Konnichiwa. 日本人さん、よろしくな。なんなんだ? こいつ You think your Japanese is good? 日本人さん、ごめんな。こいつバカ。Dude,
oh my God.
Why don't you speak better Japanese? Your Japanese is so bad and it's gross. 俺はお前らに言いたいことがある。お前ら、どっちもキモい。家に帰って、バーニーザ・ダイナソーでも見てる。That Japanese guy just assume I'm 5 years old. How does he know I watch Barney the Dinosaur? Wait,
how does he know my secrets? My secret has been revealed. I watch Barney the Dinosaur, Sesame Street, Plaza Sesamo, which is another Sesame Street type thing, Mr. Rogers, and everything in between. I watch Wishbone and Zabumafu, all them mofos. They're all my Oshis.
I was arguing with a 5-year-old. Number 2. People always compare each other and say, whose Japanese is bad? But no Japanese people honestly care, and Japanese people always care about whether you know manners and rules in Japan or not. This is something I see a lot in real life and online both. There's this huge gap between what Japanese people pay attention to and you guys pay attention to. 90% of Japanese people don't care how good your Japanese is if you can hold a conversation. But 99.9% of Japanese people care whether...
One gifted a tier 1 subscription to Jessica Davis 16.
You know Japanese manners and rules in Japan or not. But yet, I see so many people who learn the Japanese language without following any rules or manners and straight up talking about hentai.
Here's what look. I'm just interrupting these things because I do want to make it a you know, actual fair use, and I do want to make it transformative. My experience in Japan. I did travel to Japan in this year, 2026, in January of 2026. I did travel to Japan, and I did stay there for 8 days. People did not give a damn if I spoke Japanese. Guess what they cared more about? The fact that I was very polite to them all the time. I follow the mannerisms. I always said if I was going to get something, like if I was going to reach over somebody said, you know, I would say excuse me in Japanese and thank you as well. I would always, when I went to the temples, I went to a lot of temples, I would walk on the sides because you don't walk in the center, it's rude. I would follow all the rules. Make sure I wasn't too loud. Made sure, you know, I followed all the general rules that you see in society over there. And guess what? I was treated extremely well. I'm a brown dude. I obviously don't belong there. And they did not treat me well. There were some, the ones who did treat me different, honestly, were the high school kids who just, you know, were assholes because they're high school kids. But most of the Japanese people didn't treat me nastily. Every single time I was around somebody like that, they kind of were a little surprised that I was following the rules, but they were kind.
First with Japanese people and they get blocked. My Japanese is so good now. Okay, I'll talk to that Japanese guy. すみません。お前、マイリトルポニー見てそうな顔してますね。
Why would you say that?
キモ、dude, your Japanese is so bad. こんにちは。お前お母さんと映画館に行ってアニメ見てそうな見た目してるね。
What the heck?
Do you watch hentai? Number 3. Japan will make me a Superman. You're gross. Go get a life. But I don't care. I know Japanese people will like me because once I'm in Japan, I'll be a different person. I'm in Japan now. Hi Japan. I like hentai. Kimo, what?
80% of the time, cringe in your country is cringe in Japan too, but I saw people get mad at Japan because they did the same in Japan. People thought it was weird.
What did you say again? I really like hentai. Kimo. Why would you say that? You are stating that in public. What's wrong with liking hentai? Kimo. Number 3. There are some people who legitimately believe they can be entirely different people in Japan, but who you are is who you are everywhere.
It's
some
true.
People are
That's
good
very
with people
true.
and some people are not. And obviously the ones who make a lot of friends in their own home countries will do the same in Japan. But I've seen so many cases where they're not good at doing that in their own countries, but then they somehow expect to be those legendary champions and be protagonists in Japan
no,
because
not
they
gonna
believe
happen.
they can. Because it's Japan. And some people even ask me something like, hey Sora, can I get a girl in Japan? By the way, I've never had a girlfriend. Why are you assuming things will be suddenly different in Japan? Or with Japanese people? Do you watch anime? Damn, I'm a virgin. Like, I'm so virgin that I've never gone outside. You are so gross. You smell bad. Go take a shower.
There we
People
go.
in my country are always like that. But Japan, Japanese people are different. Right, Japanese guy? You smell. Why would you say that? Are you wearing a diaper and you poop in it? How does he know that? Wait, what?
There we go. But yeah, that does happen a lot. Like I said, when I visited Japan for 8 days, I don't know the language. I knew the customs though. I knew the things that were faux pas, the things that you shouldn't do. And yes, I saw a lot of annoying foreigners. Some Russian annoying foreigners, some Asian annoying foreigners. Majority of the Asian annoying foreigners were of course seen as negative as well over there. I could tell they were foreigners because for some reason they're carrying their luggage everywhere. But still, I was some people even told me, you're not so bad. Like not that you're not so bad, but you're polite. I'm like, of course, I'm in your country. I'm going to act the way that you guys want me to. And that is what I had. Like, I always said thank you to people. I always, excuse me when I need to get through, that type of thing. And you are polite. I did a little head bow stuff that happens, just not a lot, but it's like a little bit of a head bow type thing. Not the full bow, but you are polite and you are trying to follow their norms as a visitor. You have already gone above and beyond 90% of the people that show up there, and you will be treated as such. I was treated very kindly by the adults in Japan. Children, high schoolers, middle schoolers were assholes to me. Yes, they called me ugly and stuff like that. But the adults were nice. So that I do agree a lot with Sora the Troll. And thank you guys for hanging out with this moment that I was doing this fun stuff.